What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. Guys, I've talked about the fact that the United States is heading towards becoming a second or third world country, and some people argue that it's already at that point. However, I don't think we're at that point yet, but we're definitely heading that way. And if you look at third world countries, if you look at the history and things that's happened and things that still happens in third world countries, and countries after the economy collapses, for example, like Argentina, kidnapping for ransom becomes more commonplace. And kidnapping is common here in the U.S. now, but I think that's going to increase as the economy gets worse and worse, because people will be trying to kidnap your loved ones or you and hold you for ransom to try to get something out of your loved ones for payment for your safe return. And it might not always be, $1 million like you see on the television, on the movies and things. It could be something like food they want, tools they want. It could be something simple that will increase their survival and increase their comfort level. So they see you as an easy target, and they kidnap you, they kidnap your loved ones, they contact you and say, we want this, that, or something else. You bring us this, and we'll return your loved one safely. It happens a lot in third world countries, and it happens here in the U.S. as far as kidnapping go. But a lot of times that's for, rape and things like that, and to sell children into sex slavery and all kinds of sick, evil things that goes on. So it's important to know how to protect yourself and to keep yourself and your family from actually being kidnapped and held for ransom or raped, murdered, or whatever. Number one, you should always be alert. Far too many people go around with their face in their cell phone and not looking at their surroundings, not paying any attention at all to what's going on around them. Their life is right there in that cell phone. Their mind is focused right there on that TikTok app or that Facebook app or whatever they're looking at, on that social media. They're reading, they're scrolling, and not paying attention at all about what's going on around them. So that's number one thing to do, is to stop looking at your cell phone all the time and to actually look around. Put that phone in your pocket. And the next thing is that you always need to keep your doors locked. When you're in your vehicle, keep your doors locked. When you're at home, keep your doors locked. Get in the habit of always having those doors locked at all times. You could be in your vehicle, sitting in a parking lot, say at a supermarket or something like that, and your doors are unlocked. You're on your cell phone, not paying attention, and someone comes up behind you, opens your door, and forces their way into your vehicle, and takes your keys, and drives off with you in the vehicle at gunpoint or knife point. They come in the passenger's side and open the door, and there you are. Surprised, you're like, and they have a gun, they have a knife, and they force you to start your vehicle up, take off and drive off, and never be seen again. Always keep those doors locked, and always keep your attention on high alert at all times. And guys, the same thing when you're at home. Always keep your doors locked, because you don't want anyone just walking in on you. It's also a good idea, if you're going to be out on your own property, if you have enough property and you're out, at the barn or something like that, and you're feeding the chickens and things, to lock your door. If no one else is home, lock that door before you go out to feed those chickens and things, because someone can sneak into your house. They can be hiding in the bushes, watching. And when you leave your property, when you leave your home and you go out to the garage, for example, or go feed those animals, they could be waiting, watching, and ease their way into your house. When you come in your house, you don't even know that they're there. They're already in there waiting on you. They're in the closet or something waiting, and there you are in a world of hurt. So always keep those doors locked. Also, be very cautious of vehicles that are parked close to your vehicle. If you park in a parking lot, for example, and you get out and you go do your thing, it needs to be done, you're shopping or whatever, and you come back, there's a new vehicle sitting beside your vehicle that wasn't there before. Be cautious of that, because they could be pulled in beside your vehicle, waiting for you to come in, look at your cell phone, or carrying your groceries or whatever. And when you get to your vehicle, you open your door up and you're putting those groceries in, they come out of this vehicle over here and they force you into your vehicle, or they grab you and take you into their vehicle. So always be cautious of any vehicles that look out of place, or anyone for that matter that wasn't there when you first pulled into that parking space, because that gives them If they're planning, people's watching you, say they could be following you from your home to where you stop at. You stop, you park in that parking place, you get out, you go and do your shopping, they pull in beside you, and they're hiding under the vehicle, and they're waiting for you to come out. When you come out, if you're not paying any attention, they can grab you and take you into the vehicle, or push you in your vehicle, steal your vehicle also. So pay attention, and say, for example, if you're parked in here in the parking lot, someone else is parked over here in a van, for example, or something that wasn't there before. You might want to go on this side of the vehicle to put your groceries in, put your products in you bought or whatever, and pay attention to what's over here. And when you do go up to this side, like to go into the driver's side of the vehicle, pay attention to what's going on here. Always watch, look in the windows to see what's going on. See if anyone's trying to ambush you. But the key is to always pay attention at all times and look for anything that's out of place, and keep space between you and that potential threat until you determine 100% that it is safe and there's no threat there. And also, anytime that you approach your vehicle to be a passenger or to be a driver of that vehicle, always look inside the vehicle before you get in that vehicle. Look in the back seat, look in the back floorboard, because someone could be in that vehicle waiting, hiding. If you're not paying attention, you're walking up on your cell phone again, and you get in your vehicle, you put your keys in the ignition, someone's laying back in the floorboard of that vehicle, and they come up behind you with that knife, with that gun. You're kidnapped, and you're in a world of hurt, you're in a world of trouble. So always pay close attention to what's in that back seat and what's in that floorboard. And guys, like you're driving and you come to a stop at a street light, for example, or a stop sign or something like that, you need to always be cautious, because anytime you're stopped in that vehicle, you're vulnerable. Again, always keep your doors locked. But also pay attention to what's going on around you at all times when you stop that vehicle. And always leave room, for you to escape. If there's a vehicle in front of you, say, waiting at the same street light, for example, and here you come in behind this vehicle, you want to give yourself enough room to actually be able to maneuver and get yourself out, because you don't want to pull right up in behind this vehicle here where you can't move. And someone else come in behind you and you're pinned, and they can get out. They could assassinate you or kidnap you or whatever, because at that point, if you're parked too close to this vehicle here and they come in behind you, then you can't get out, you're stuck. You want to always leave room between you and the vehicle in front of you to be able to escape. If you see something coming, someone's coming to try to kidnap you, try to harm you in any way, you can use that vehicle to escape, hopefully. But if you're in here like this and someone else is right behind you and got you pinned in, you can't escape, you are trapped. So always leave room, when you come to a stop, and always pay attention to what's going on around you and the strange vehicles and things. And if at all possible, be armed at all times, preferably with a handgun. Sometimes in certain locations, certain countries and things like that, it's illegal to have a handgun. It's difficult to get that handgun. It's illegal to carry that handgun. So you can carry something like, pepper spray or a knife or a tactical pen, for example. All three can be used quite effectively to stop someone from kidnapping you. Take a tactical pen, for example. If you're walking to your car, you have a tactical pen in your hand, and someone comes up behind you in the typical bear hug position to try to pull you back, to bring you from this position to another location. If you have the tactical pen in your hand, you can take that and you can come up and cram that right in the back of their hand, and they'll let go. Cram that into the back of the hand, rip and tear that meat, that flesh, and they'll let go. But again, having a gun is optimal. And you want to also be trained with that, and you want to have that in position where you can bring it into action very, very quickly, because these things happen very quickly. Someone could be on you, especially if you're not paying attention, rapidly. And if you have that down in your purse, if you have that down in your pants or something like that, it's going to be difficult to get that out in time. You want to have that where you can bring it into action very, very quickly. If you're a woman, for example, and you have those purses that has the compartments already in that purse to carry that handgun, if you see something happening, if you feel uneasy, if you get that gut feeling, have your hand on that handgun already. Have it ready. Carry your purse, have your hand inside that, have it ready to go. You want to have that we can bring it out very, very quickly. You don't want to be trying to do this when someone is coming at you, or a couple of people is coming at you to try to kidnap you or to do you harm. You want to always have that. We can get that very, very quickly. For example, the winter time, you're wearing a coat like this, for example, in the cooler months. If you have a revolver, you can have that in your pocket, actually. Have your hand in your pocket and your hand on your revolver. And you can actually take, if you had the ones that, like the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard, for example, that has no hammer on that. The hammer is encased inside the frame of the handgun. You can shoot that right out of your coat. If someone's coming to kidnap you, your hand's already on your gun. They don't know it's there because they can't see it. They think your hands are in your pockets because it's cold. And you can simply pow, 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 pow. Have made it right through the coat. You don't have to get that handgun out. Again, look at how you can have that readily available and preferably in your hand. If you suspect anything's going on, if you get that gut feeling, listen to your gut feeling, because usually it's trying to tell you something. If you feel uneasy, have your hand on that handgun, have it ready to go. You don't want to be trying to dig for that, to find that, to bring it into action when the action's coming for you. You want to do it very quickly, very efficiently, and very fluently. The quicker you can bring that handgun into action to defend yourself, the better. And guys, like I said at the first of the video, always be alert to anyone approaching you, anything going on around you. But people will also use, a ruse to get your guard down, to make you think something else is going on that actually isn't. And they come up to you to try to get you to help them, for example. Act like they're drunk, for example. They could be acting like they're lost, for example. Trying to get information to get close enough to grab you. Again, go with that gut feeling. If anyone's approaching you, you want to always keep your distance away from those people. Don't let anyone get close to you. Keep back, keep distance, and keep moving away. If someone's coming to you and they're trying to, for example, bum money, for example, trying to get you to give them some money, for example, act like they're drunk. Say, I'm not interested, stay back away from me. Keep backing away, and don't let them get close enough to you to actually grab you, because they could be trying to get close enough to take a hold of you, to move you from this secure location to another location. So always be very, very cautious, keep distance away from you. If someone pulls up in a vehicle, for example, say you're walking and in a parking lot or anywhere, and they pull up in a vehicle, get back away from that vehicle. Don't go up and say, hi, how you doing? What can I help you with? No, step back, get back. Get away from that, because you don't want to get close to that. You can bring distance. Distance offers protection. If you can get back farther away from that vehicle, they're going to have more difficulty coming out of the vehicle, grabbing you and kidnapping you. So if someone comes up to ask you questions in the vehicle, like I said, don't go to that window. Don't lean over and look and ask and talk. Step back out of the way and keep moving away. Keep getting farther away, especially, if you feel threatened at all whatsoever. But don't get close to those vehicles. That's what they want. They want to get you close. They can grab you, take you very quickly, and be gone. So if anyone pulls up in a vehicle, step away, keep distance. If you carry a handgun, you might be interested in this other video I did a few months ago about point shooting. Check it out. If you enjoyed the video, get a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and the Creekmore out of here. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.